Taolu are acts of self-concentration that express martial theatricality and religiosity, which are so many big words in a row. Their structure and phenomenology cultivate a particular spatial perception that is combative, theatrical, and religious consequences. Or, to make it a little simpler, this is Taolu for all my visual learners, and this is what we're trying today. I've tried Taolu in the past, but the bare-handed one, and I couldn't help but peek over to the corner and think, those look sick. I gotta play with them. So I went back with Imari Cologne at East Cloud Kung Fu to get my fill of weaponry. Pause. That sounds painful. And boy, was it just as hard, if not harder. Okay, so last time we did wushu. Was that the right? Can you say it?
Wushu.
Wushu. Okay. All that I really know about it is like that clip where they're like, foop, 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 person's on the ground, they're like, you know what I'm talking about? Roughly? Insert the clip.
I know what you're talking about.
That's the only weapon I know you guys use. Oh, and the sword. From my understanding, most of the weapons here come from a martial art called Choi Li Foot. It is a style of Kung Fu as well. The only difference is these are made to be flung around, make cool noises, and look sick. While the other ones do look sick, it's not really the full purpose. So while these weapons aren't necessarily designed for destruction, they are designed to be manipulated as quickly and elegantly as possible, while giving a lasting impact to whoever's watching or judging.
So when I teach my students, we always start with staff. That's your first basic weapon.
Staff got me in high school. We had MRSA in the football team.
No, not that kind of staff.
No, thank goodness.
We won't give you that.
What is this for, though? I gotta know. This thing is enormous.
The Wing Chun guys use those.
To like get cobwebs off the ceiling? Why does it need to be so long?
I don't know. I don't do Wing Chun, so I could.
All right, comment if you want to see long pole. Don't comment that. The staff is always the weapon I've wanted to be the best at. I was a Donatello Ninja Turtle growing up. That was me, or at least those were my aspirations. There's something about a piece of wood that you could find literally anywhere, maybe in the forest, maybe it's just a broom handle, where the whooshing sounds that you hear are almost calming, but you know that if you got smacked with one of these things, it doesn't feel great. I think because of how long the staff is as well, there's a lot of margin for error. Literally any piece of this stick can hit you at any moment. And it will, too. So cool. So... I smoked my thumb. Okay. Oh no! No! Man. That hurts so bad. That's crazy. Is that normal? Am I being a weenie? You could say I'm being a weenie, it's fair.
In the beginning it hurts.
Okay, so how is that 1 to 10?
I'll say go on the bushes down, which is really good for first 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
That was not a number. 1 to 10, give it to me. Be brutal.
I think judges will give you like a 5 for completing the motion.
For just doing it?
Just be able to do it.
I barely did. Okay, so a 5, got it. Okay, I'll take it. I'll give it one more shot, and then you'll say 7, and then I'll move on. Ah! I shoulder wrenched myself. Okay, let's move on.
Give me an example of not completing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. There's also this thing. This is a 9-section whip, or a Juji Bian, which I could be butchering it. But to be fair, this freaking thing is gonna butcher me anyway. So, comeuppance. Like, this thing is kinda gnarly.
Usually they have vinyl flags on the end, so they make like a really loud whipping sound.
Most of the time, if you handed me something, I would start messing with it immediately. I'm gonna wait for you.
Okay.
So what am I doing here? It's not like this thing is super thick or feels like sturdy enough that it would hurt, but the sound that it makes as it moves around is kind of harsh and scary, and you don't really fully see it. This one's a little scarier.
I was just about to say, maybe you should move your hips.
Maybe I should move my hips, okay. For me, this one's kind of like the monster in the movies. You don't really fully see it, but it's terrifying. You know that at any moment it could pop out and do something unexpected. Although I actually kind of am a fan of the idea of carrying this around. I don't know if it's legal, so I wouldn't recommend it, but imagine you try and mug somebody and they pull out this folded little 4-inch thing that all of a sudden they start whipping around and all you hear is metal zinging through the air.
God, I got both of my knees. I don't know. Can I slow down? How do I stop? I can't get off. Jeez. Ah, that was scary. Okay.
Well, you did good. Those are the basics.
Those are the basics. Thank you.
Also, Hope is going to Worlds for Schweigel, so comment below, wish her luck. That's pretty sick.
Okay. Next.
So this is the broadsword.
This is a straight sword.
This is the straight sword.
Broadsword we'll do it later.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the straight sword.
Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah, straight sword, just, it's a double-edged sword. It's long.
Yeah, it's straight.
Yeah.
The blade is made from chrome-plated steel, and the handle, hardwood. The fittings are made from brass, but the blade's designed to be flexible. It's cool that not only can you see how the blade moves, but you can hear it. So when it's done correctly, you can tell.
Your sword's got a bit of wiggle to it.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's meant to like make
Oh.
some type of sound. So when you stab it hard enough, you'll just bend it in the air
Yeah.
and snap it straight really fast.
Let me see it again.
So it'll be.
That's pretty sick. Okay, I want to see if mine
Okay,
does the
yeah,
exact same thing as yours. No, it did not. It's not even close.
Almost there.
It didn't even move a little bit.
You kind of want to put like all of your power, like you kind of push off the power towards the tip.
Yeah.
And then just like stop the power right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Or first. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was a little better,
Very
but
close.
it definitely didn't move as much. Okay, show me your
Good.
ways.
Let's just start with the basics. All right, so this is I think the most frequently used flower in the straight sword. Yeah, you got it.
I actually,
Looks like you did this before.
I had a guy from a circus teach me how to do this.
Ah,
Don't
there we
ask
go.
about it. It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
I can kind of swing this thing around a little bit and make it look somewhat cohesive. But for true masters of this weapon, it doesn't look like a sword they're holding on to. It looks like an extension of their body.
That was a lot of stuff I did. Okay, all right.
All right.
It doesn't make any sound. I think mine's broken. Where do you put the speaker?
Speaker.
Yeah, yours has a speaker where every time you do the thing, it goes wong, wong, wong.
There's no speaker. It just.
Yours just makes this.
You want to try this one?
Yeah,
Give this one a
That's
try.
a great idea,
Yeah.
actually. Oh yeah, this one.
Feels nice.
You can hear the electro. It's in there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, there we
I
go.
told you there's a speaker. There's a difference. You do this one.
All right.
Oh no. Okay. Never mind. I could try to do it all one time.
Okay.
What's the first move? Wrong foot. Dang it.
All right.
Okay, I'm burnt out. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That is hard.
Oh yeah.
That is like very cardiovascularly difficult.
I mean, you got what I did in like almost a year, in like 20 minutes or so.
I think I was able to understand what you did. I don't know how to do it.
With more training, you'll probably be able to get it.
Yeah, 2 more videos. We'll be there. Thank you, sir.
Something that's really cool about Kung Fu is that there's always been a form of theater and martial arts mixed. You can look back for long periods of time and see theater where two different forces are fighting each other. And it gets more and more extravagant as time goes on and then eventually turns into the Kung Fu movies that we all know and love today. Now I'd imagine somewhere in between all of this is where we got Taolu. I mean, to a certain degree, this is essentially the coolest fight choreography that's done with no cuts, no breaks, it's completely perfect, and any small mistake gets you deducted points. You don't get to retake it, you don't get to say cut, bring in the stunt double, you are the stunt double, the actor, sometimes you're not even fighting anybody, and sometimes you're dodging spears to your face. It's pretty gnarly.
This used to be white. actually. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know this. This is my personal spear. If you look around, the rest of them are not red. This one is red because somebody tried me and found out. Oh, his is red too. Never mind, don't look. Okay, so spear.
Yes.
Staff with knife. Yeah, walk me through it. What are we gonna get
All
into?
right, so we'll get started with sort of the block. So you can start in like a horse stance.
Man, you're down there. Okay.
Like all the other weapons we've worked with today, it is essential that we take our 10 to 15 minutes of training, turn it into a cool montage, do some cool stuff, make our little adjustments, and then I'm gonna try out this choreography.
That was pretty good. I'll try. Okay. Ah, shoot, I forgot. Ah, I'm getting ugly.
That was actually pretty good.
I missed
for
a step
your first time.
Two
Like,
for sure. 1 to 10, what do I have?
like on a, what do you mean? Like rate the form?
I feel like 1 to 10 is pretty simple.
Okay, yeah. I'd say that's like a solid, like at least above 5. So that's like above average. So
Okay.
I'd say like a 6.5. Like,
Dude, I'll take a
you're getting there,
6.5. Absolutely, you got me there. Let's go.
man. Like especially for your first time doing this.
King of the first time doing this weapon. king of the first time doing this, king of the weapon. That's it.
See, there's a reason I've been harping so much on the judging for this, though. I've asked everybody for a score, and it's because this is primarily done in front of judges. So there's 3 types of judges. One of the judges gives a score of 5, but deducts errors. The second type of judge provides an overall impression score, so like how they felt about it in general, and they can give up to a 3. The last judge can only give 2 points, but this is based off of difficulty. If you have like a max difficulty, man, you're probably getting those 2 points. But if you make too many errors, the first judge might dock you a couple.
So broadsword
Broadsword.
is similar to straight sword,
Okay.
except it's only sharpened on one edge, and the other edge you can put your hand on.
Oh, okay.
So it's for greater chopping abilities. Broadsword has some similar skills to straight sword, like the flower. It's essentially the same motion.
This is a lot harder with this thing here.
This is for decoration purposes. We can get
No.
one.
I want to learn.
Okay, we get one without.
But this makes a difference.
Straight sword should have a tassel as well. That one just didn't happen to have.
I was on easy mode.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting to hear this thing go by your ear.
Yeah.
Like as, I wish you might be able to hear it on this mic. Mine sounds like it's laughing at me.
All right, and then we're gonna learn a separate motion that's unique to broadsword. Okay. And so you start off like this.
Does yours have a speaker as well?
My speaker is in here.
No, his made a sound and mine didn't. I think my speaker was broken. I'm making a joke.
Oh.
Sick.
And that was the first quarter of the form.
That was the first quarter without the aerial jump kick into split.
Of course, without those. Without those. Gosh, oh, it's so much.
Yeah, that's not. It's not supposed to be meant to be taught. That's my fault for teaching
No,
so much.
don't be sorry. That's what I asked for. I assumed the last one would be the hardest one.
I wanted to show you the most I could.
No, that was great. That was so cool. I think what I appreciate most about it is how much your upper body is very flowing and moving. And then your lower body will just be like sturdy in a stance, where it's like holding you together. And your upper body's like, and then you'll be moving in between the stances and sticking in stances. That's hard. It's because I'm broad.
So far, 99% of the time that I try these more acrobatic, flashier martial arts, which, let's be honest, modern combat fans tend to trash because of its lack of usefulness, these martial arts are the hardest ones. I will never get over how much you have to put your body through to become great at something like this. The flexibility, the power, the elegance, and the charisma that you must show to impress judges and fans with the highest flying acrobatic movements. I will always be a fan of Tao Lu. And if there's anything else you'd like for me to try next, comment it down below and subscribe. Please. My body hurts.